Hi and welcome back. Just a short video on explaining a little bit more about Cleopatra. As I mentioned before in a previous video, she was forced into exile for about a year and a half, and at that time she had to raise an army in order to try and get back her throne. Now Cleopatra, as I also mentioned before, was a great one for thinking out of the box, and actually before she was 18 had helped smuggle a friend out of the palace in a coffin, so she was pretty smart about thinking up some clever ideas. How did she get out of the palace the next time when her brother was trying to kill her? I'm not going to explain right now because that would mean you wouldn't want to watch the video, but she did, and historically she also did. And once she's escaped onto the other side of the Nile, just how is she going to pay for the services of these various Arab tribes that she had gathered up? Well, she wasn't taking boxes of gold with her. That would have weighed her down and slowed her down. So she probably used something else that was extremely valuable in those days. And I'm not talking about coins. I'm talking about these. Pearls were of tremendous value as instruments of trade in those days. To give you an example, 6 years later, Caligula took his entire army to the French coast in order to attack England again, and decided he wouldn't do it, and instead had all the soldiers go down to the beach and look for pearls. So I don't know what they thought of that, but and I don't know if he found any either, but it shows the tremendous value attached to them. Also, there's another case later in Cleopatra's life when she met Antony and his generals, where she reportedly swallowed a huge pearl that was worth, well, it would have paid for the entire Roman army budget for 1 year. So you can imagine the value of that. I think it was worth about 1 million stertina. Yeah, it was tremendous value. Now she could probably get the pearl back later on, and whether she really did this or not, nobody really knows. But you know, again, it shows the importance of pearls in those days, and that's probably how she paid for the services of the Arab people who could trade them in for whatever they wanted later on. All she needed to do was have a string of pearls around her neck, and maybe her maids had a couple of more around their neck, maybe a few in their pocket to boot, and she'd be made for a year or so. So yeah, thinking smart, thinking light, and how to pay for your bills when you need an army. Just have a string of pearls.